Hello, I am Michelle. I work for a screen printing company, but photography is my passion, and also dinosaurs. I am originally from Tyler, Texas area, and I currently live in North Carolina. I took a lot of pictures when I was a kid, to the point that my mom just ended up giving me the family camera. I had a little 110 camera, I know, when I was 9 or 10, I think. But then I had a couple of like vintage cameras that I just really enjoyed the look of, that I got at a flea market when I was 7. So I was interested in it, certainly before that. 8th grade, I used birthday money to buy my first nice camera, which I got at Best Buy. Nice. Was a Fuji point and shoot. Then around my 16th birthday, I got my first SLR from a pawn shop, Pentax K1000. And that was my main camera for years. My sister worked in the photo lab at Walgreens for 5 years, I think. But she had a really nice SLR that I liked. And so whenever it came time for me to get a nice camera and I got my Pentax, I wanted something similar to what she had. And she also helped instruct me on how to use it and shoot and all of that. I kind of stopped shooting for a while in college, just because depression's a bitch. But I picked it back up again about 7 years ago or so, and I just haven't really stopped. I've just gained momentum since then. My cameras are out of control. And then I went on the road for a few years for work. That's when I started to really get heavily into it. It's, oh, we're going to the beach, or we're going to a museum, or we're gonna go hiking, or whatever. So make sure I had my cameras, plenty of film, and then just have a ball. So a friend of mine gave me a really nice DSLR that she used to use. I used it like twice and never picked it up again. I tried, it just didn't have the same feelings for me. I didn't like it as much. I like the uncertainty with film. I know a lot of people use it because it like the nice quality and everything is great, but I like surprises. But there's less experimentation with digital for me. So I always try to gravitate towards film. I don't know, when I first started shooting pictures and stuff, it was just in a documentarian fashion. Just, you know, family, friends, pets, all that jazz. It took me until a few years ago to start viewing it as an art form for myself, and to really look more at things that I think look interesting, versus just, I'm here in the moment, I need to document this moment, which is why I have cameras with me all the time. I like things that look out of place, like when there's a random beer can and some really nice bushes or something. But I pretty much just shoot whatever catches my eye, which sounds really lame and generic, but I see it and I shoot it. That's why I try to keep a camera on me all the time, because I never know when something will show up. I feel like that one Eric Andre meme right now. Let me in. Should drop that in the car earlier. if I know that I'm really going to care whether or not the photos turn out, like my best friend's wedding, I definitely try to buy a new roll or two. But most of the time, I just like fun stuff. The majority of what I shoot with is expired. I like to experiment with my stuff. Unless I am trying to specifically make it look nice, I like the experimentation and the irregularities. I don't know how to paint, but I think it would be cool to try to make photos that kind of look like painting. I don't know. No, it's like impressionism. It's like you can still tell what it's supposed to be, but it's not crystal clear. Yeah, I think that's maybe why I have had such an issue with not really shooting a whole lot recently. Like, I've shot a fair amount, but whenever I would be out on adventures on the road and stuff, it was way easier. But now I have to like purposely like, okay, I want to go take pictures, I should go do something. I'm so sleepy. One photo shoot that I specifically arranged because I had an idea for it, and I had one of my coworkers model for me. And another friend was helping me with it, and just the three of us were laughing the entire time because it wasn't that we were uncomfortable, it was that we were just like, we don't know what we're doing, so it was just, we were silly the whole time. There was a mirror, yep. I found it by a dumpster and put it in my car.
Cool. That's the best way.
The film for that shoot, I left in the kiln room at work for 4 months, I think.
Oh, wow.
So it got a lot of heat exposure. And I know one of my coworkers would take a couple of the rolls and would like roll it on the top of the kiln after it got done firing to really kind of get it to get the heat. Eventually I'm gonna get the nerve to just like randomly message dancers on Instagram or something and be like, let me take your picture and you can have all of the photos. Okay. I'm not Richard Avedon, okay? But I like to take pictures. Let me take pictures of you.
First, I'd like to thank Michelle for doing this in general. I really love her work. I've known her for a few years now, and it was actually her enthusiasm and questions that kind of got me excited about shooting film again after a really rough period. Also, the great music you heard was courtesy of Lux Lumen. Lucy Lumen's channel is also linked in the description. It's always nice to get music that's not the same stuff everyone else is using, which is also why I like Mike Gutterman's music. I also need to thank Danielle Robleski for starting the whole Women with Film hashtag and movement. You can catch my interview with her on the playlist at the end of this video or in the description. In a perfect world, we wouldn't need Women with Film videos. We could just have people with film or whatever. But the problem is that it's not a perfect world. The fact that I, as a cisgendered white passing man, have an exponentially better chance of success and visibility in legitimacy in photography circles than someone like Michelle. And that's not fair or right, because they are as good and as valid as artists, and there are many women who are better photographers than I am, for sure. I'm here to contribute whatever I can to this movement, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.